Is it your daily routine to grab a cup of coffee from Starbucks before you start your work? Did you know how much it costs you exactly in the long term? Many people say that saving pennies won't make you rich, but what is the truth? Today, I'm going to show you how buying coffee every day costs you a house in the future. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to click the bell button to turn on notifications, because more incredible content is on the way. Okay, let's get started. To find out how much your everyday coffee costs, we must know what compound interest is. Compound interest is calculated on the principal amount and also on the accumulated interest of previous periods, and thus can be regarded as interest on interest. For example, you deposit $100 in the bank, and the bank pays you the interest every year. If the annual interest is 3% in 1 year, the interest you get is $100 times 3%, which equals $3. You reinvest the interest rather than paying it out, and your principal becomes $103. That is $100 times in parentheses 1 plus 3% equals $103. In 2 years, how much money do you have? $100 multiplied by 1 plus 3% twice, that is $100 times in parentheses 1 plus 3% squared equals $106.09. Similarly, in 3 years, you have $100 times in parentheses 1 plus 3% cubed equals $109.27. In the nth year, you will have $100 times in parentheses 1 plus 3% to the nth power. The value of money will be increasing over time. Now let's calculate the amount of money you spent on coffee. A Starbucks venti salted caramel mocha costs you $5.25 plus tax. If you make your own coffee at home, it costs 20 cents. For convenience, we assume that making coffee by yourself can save $5 every day, and you deposit that money in your retirement account. Let's look at what will happen when you retire. Here is a calculator to get the result real quick. I put a link to the calculator in the description. First, there's no money in your retirement account right now. You save $5 every day. A year is 365 days. $5 times 365 equals $1,825. Suppose you plan to retire in 35 years. Now, what is the interest rate? The historical average stock market return is 10%. The market means the S&P 500 index that comprises about 500 of America's largest publicly traded companies and is considered the benchmark measure for annual returns. Currently, investors can expect to lose purchasing power every year due to inflation. Therefore, we get the interest rate. Average stock market return, 10% minus average inflation, 2% equals 8%. Deposit your savings every month, that means 12 times a year. We enter that data into the calculator and then press the calculate button. We get the result. Buying a Starbucks coffee every day in 35 years costs you $351,000 in total. That's a huge difference. And this is just the result under the average market return. If you invest the money into something with a little bit higher return, let's say 9%, and you're still young, you can work for 5 more years before retiring. Enter that data into the calculator, and then the result is $717,000. That's the impact of compound interest. Now you know what you sacrifice due to your daily routine. Actually, I'm not just talking about coffee, but also the decision when spending a small amount of money. Remember, every penny matters. Similarly, our whole life is the cumulative result of small habits and small decisions every day. For example, John was on a diet and was doing exercises every day. So he felt exhausted at the end of the day and he found a small piece of cake in the kitchen. He thought, I have practiced so hard and consumed so many calories. Eating a small dessert has no effect. So he ate it. If he makes the same decision every day when he faces the same situation, what would happen? It's impossible for him to lose weight, and the unhealthy habit can cause cardiovascular disease and reduce his lifespan eventually. Another example, if Jane spends 10 minutes every day on learning new things instead of surfing the internet, she can increase her knowledge by 1% per week compared to the previous week. There's 52 weeks in a year. Her knowledge will become 2 times in 1 year, 13 times in 5 years, 177 times in 10 years, and her life will be changed drastically. There's an old Chinese saying, dripping water penetrates the stone, constant perseverance yields success. That is compound effect. If you want to know more about the compound effect, here is a great book for you. It's called Compound Effect, written by Darren Hardy. I put the link in the description for you to check out. Do you have any small habits that are good for you? Share them in the comments below so everyone can also benefit from it. If you have any questions, please email us at question@beat-math.com. We will try to answer your questions in the next video. See you next time.